left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world and keep the sky on your mind. Get on board. We're sailing on top of
Hello. 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 Oh, I nearly forgot my mic sensitivity is through the roof. Let me correct that, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me while I do that. There we go. That's much better. Hello and welcome to another stream here with Flood Noob, ladies and gentlemen. Almost forgot the name of my own channel there. My apologies for that. Kind of don't know exactly what I'm doing, so I do apologize. It's been a while since I live streamed, and that break has really thrown off everything for the channel. Timings have gone down. Everything's gone down. That's not good, is it? No, it's not. So today we are going to be taking a look at the Miltech C17A Globemaster. This is the one that's included by default in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, and it's a pretty good aircraft. I've just never really taken a look at it. I've tried to fly it once or twice before, but I've never really taken a look at it. And so I thought, you know what, today I'm just going to jump in. Usually I study aircrafts a little bit more. I'm a bit more prepared with aircrafts before I do a live stream. But this one, you know what, I'm going to mostly just wing it. See what happens, you know, rather than just wait for me to get all perfect with the aircraft. I'm just gonna kind of wing it. I really hope my sound levels are okay. I can't be too sure these days because it's been a while since I did this stuff. I don't really remember my numbers anymore. Mic gain, where did I have it? 17 is my current mic gain. I hope that's enough, and I hope you guys can hear me well. Well, if anyone's even watching this, that is. Mic gain at 17. All right, we're going to leave it there. I'm going to quickly check on my live stream if anybody's actually able to see this. Apparently so, yeah. Apparently you guys are able to... Yep, it is working. Everything is working. All right, that's cool. That is very cool. Brilliant. All right, that being said, let's go ahead and get today's live stream up and running. Let's go take a look around the aircraft first. This is the Miltech C17A Globemaster number 3. I don't know what that 3 is supposed to stand for, but it does stand for something. So yeah, here it is. We've got the engine covers in place. They look really good. EM 2.0, welcome back to another live stream after a long while. You find C17 but not SR71. EM, there is a new SR71 model for MSFS 2024 that is out. It has just been released, or it's in pre-release or beta or something like that, but there is an SR71 that is there for MSFS 2024. Unfortunately, I can't get my hands on it right now, but as soon as I can, I will do that. This C17 is already included by default in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Where have you been? What happened with me? Well, life happened, man. Life happened. Things didn't go so well, and I had to step away for a month. And I'm going to be honest with you, in probably about 2 weeks, I'm going to have to step away again. Because life hasn't been very kind to me so far. So probably in 2 weeks, I'm going to have to step out for a bit more at the channel. Maybe another month in about 2 weeks. Unfortunately, I can't really do much about it. If you check, I will wait. Yeah, there is an SR71 for 2024 that's out. Anyway, let's remove these engine covers, and while we do that, let's take a look at this beautiful engine. Look at that. That is a wonderfully modeled aircraft. It's a really unique looking aircraft. 4-engined, rather stubby looking, but very, very nice with its matte finish paint. Very unique and powerful, capable machine, the C17A. One of my very favorites. Obviously, I do prefer the A400 just because it's a propeller aircraft. You know, propeller aircraft, kind of my weakness there. But apart from the A400, I think this is one of the best aircrafts to fly around in a flight sim. It's really fun, but not as fun as flying a giant propeller aircraft. So anyway, let me go ahead and get rid of these pitot tube covers there. We'll just walk around. Okay, before we walk around, let's go to the nose gear here. Get rid of the wheel chocks. We'll also get rid of this little thing here. The pins we need to get rid of. And once we've done that, we'll just take a quick look around the aircraft. And we'll figure out what we can do here today. Oh, exhaust. Not very high on the textures there. Not very high resolution on the texture there. So that's not exactly the best in the world. We're used to seeing better resolutions at this distance on the textures. You located in Dubai now? No, not yet. I have stepped away from Dubai at the moment, but I hopefully will be back very soon. I'll be moving again to another country very, very soon. So I'm just jumping around at the place, EM. I am jumping around at the moment, and that's kind of part of the reason why I'm in and out of the channel. But I'll try my best to keep it as consistent as I can. But yeah, things have been rough. But anyway, we are back in, and yesterday was my first live stream in a month. We're back in today with another one. Do you mean in the simulator? Oh, you're talking about the simulator. Tell me about that. Yeah, in the simulator, we are in Oman, one of my favorite airports. Dubai, Oman is my classic training route for new aircrafts that I've never flown before. And as you know, the C17, I've never really flown that on the channel that I can remember. So it's my classic training route because I am very, very familiar with the Dubai, Oman, Oman, Dubai legs. I know the terrain well. I know the procedures well. Not just that, both at night and during the day, I'm able to navigate very, very easily. So which means it's a perfect ground for testing out a new aircraft in. Okay, so that's enough of looking around here. You can see that tire is taking a lot of weight there. Looks like the pressure is quite low, but very nice to see that. Anyway, with that, yeah, sure. I just, it's just been a while, so I thought you were talking about where I was because I've been gone for a while from the simulator from YouTube actually. Now I'm only streaming on YouTube. I have stopped streaming on Twitch, Rumble, and Kick. It's a temporary halt on them. My channels there are still active, but it's a temporary halt because I just want to focus here and make my life a little easier at the moment. So just focus on one platform. All right, here we are in the beautiful C17 cockpit, and it's one of my favorite cockpits, second only to the A400M Atlas. Is it called the Atlas? It is, right? But yeah, it's a lovely cockpit in my opinion. It has the perfect color. I love the green of the lighting in the cockpit. So we're going to get this fired up right now so we can get ourselves up and out of here. Battery on.
Wax fail. Wax fail.
Okay. We can turn on our external power there by pressing this. You know what? Let me keep this on till we've got our... There we go, that's much better. We've got external power here. We've just turned that on. External power in use. Brilliant. We'll turn on our nav lights here. Position lights are already on here. Before I go any further, let me set up some lights so you guys can actually see what is going on. Okay. There we go. There we go. Alright, we'll leave the dome light slightly on as well. Let me do the same here. Put that on, put this, no, this will leave it off. Put that on, we'll put the floodlight. Where is the floodlight? Ah, there it is. We'll do the same in the middle here before we get started with anything. Floodlight, just a little bit. We'll get... there we go, that's up and running. Oh, we don't need that. There we go. Much better. We've got better visibility all around here. Let's get our IRS or IRU systems on and running there. Very good. Gotta do some stuff with the bus ties here. So we're gonna put them there, tie automatic. Just like that. That's something I have to do that I remember from this thing. I'll leave this on automatic. I'm going to leave this on normal. Okay, this is the probe heat, which we probably shouldn't turn on right now, but I'm going to do it anyway. We've got some airflow buttons here we need to press. We're going to turn on, although we don't have any of the packs running. Fire detection tests.
APU fire. Fire number 1 engine. 5.
I'm not gonna bother with that. Let's just do that with that. I'm gonna turn these on. Got fuel pressure on low, that's okay. Alright. Good. Formation lights and a bunch of other lights and all that stuff is right here. Don't worry about all that in a bit. I'm not gonna worry about the rest of them just yet. Okay, that looks good. That looks good, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, good. Now, let us program in the FMC, which I'm not too confident in programming. I don't really know how this thing works, if I'm being honest. So I'm gonna try and program it. I still haven't located where the TCAS is, by the way. But I'm gonna go ahead and program this thing. So let's go to position initialization. So let's do that. There we go, that's done. Now let's go to keynote active. Okay, let's go to a flight plan. Our origin is going to be OOMS, which is Muscat. Let's put OMDB, which is supposed to be our destination for today. Got a bunch of waypoints and stuff that we're going to put in here. So we're going to fly to Itlak. Right here, direct. Then let's go to the next page. We're going to fly to Mixam direct from Itlak. Obviously, I'm just winging this. I'm not too sure about what I'm doing. T508 to Salud. So airway T508 to Solud. Let's put that in. There we go. Hopefully that works. Yes, it does. P574. Now take that towards Gizmo. And then we're going to take P574 to Imped. To Imped. There we go. Okay, and we can execute that. We'll press execute. There we go. Let's go to our departure and arrival. And departure out of OMS is going to be using Itlan, runway 26, and we can execute that. Let's go back to our arrival in OMDB. That is going to be into runway 30 left today, ILS, old dot. We're going to use Impay 3C arrival procedure there. We're going to press execute on that as well. Let's go to our legs here. VNAV is not available. I don't know how to make that happen. I'm pretty sure I'm doing something wrong. We've got a discontinuity. We're going to clear that just by doing that. Okay, brilliant. That's done. Yeah, we still got that going on. It's fine. Key not active. It keeps saying that. I don't know what exactly to do to make this happen. Let's go to flight plan. Let's go towards alternate is OMAA. I know that, which is Abu Dhabi. Okay, so we're going to use that as our alternate. Is it? I'm not sure. Execute that. Performance initialization. That key is not working for some reason. There we go. All right. Passengers today. Apparently we're carrying 91 passengers on a C17 for some reason. And our cargo or baggage is 5,005. Okay. Sensed fuel is only at 100. Okay, we don't need this much fuel on board today. Cruising altitude is 200. Okay, we don't need all this fuel today. We really don't. We really do not. So what are we going to do about this? We are going to use the tablet menu. There we go. Let's go to fuel here. Let's fill up just the fuel we need for today, which is supposed to be 42,100 pounds. So somewhere around yeah, we can put in 18. Yeah, we'll keep this. Why not? Load immediately. There we go. We got a little more than we need today. That's okay. Let's try the VNAV setup. Target speed, transition altitude. Okay, all of this seems... Yeah, that's all fine. Okay, fine. Execute all of that. Takeoff. Now, outside air temperature today, what is it going to be? Most of this stuff doesn't actually work, or I don't know how to operate it, but you know, we'll do what we can do. Outside air temperature is supposed to be 30 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees, so let's put that in. Wind 290/9 for today for some reason. Runway, oh, that's working. That's great. Fantastic. Oh, I didn't know that would work. Runway slope. Runway slope is 0.05 degrees positive. And that is going to be 0.1 this way. There you go. Let's go to the next page here. Takeoff flaps. What are we using for takeoff? Oh, what are we using for takeoff? Let's see. I'm actually not at all familiar with these aircraft. I want to use flaps half. Yeah, I want to use flaps half for takeoff. So, no, that isn't right. What kind of V1 is this? What kind of V1 is that? Takeoff, wait, what is it? What? Doesn't seem right. That does not seem right at all. Nope, 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 this isn't right. There's something wrong here. This isn't right. Let's use 15. Yeah, something isn't right here. Something is not right here, and I cannot decide what it is. I don't know what it is, but something ain't right. What is going on here? I have no idea what's going on here. Okay, whatever. Whatever, I'm just gonna send that, and apparently that's in progress. I don't know what the hell that means, but something ain't right here. Something ain't right here. What is going on? No. How about 25? Something ain't right here. What is it? Okay, whatever it is. Let's go to the next page. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what all this is. I do not know. Got our progress page here. I'm just gonna leave it like this, okay? Because that's all I know. I'm just gonna leave it like this. Let's set our local barometric pressure here. We're gonna leave that at 2000. We're gonna put this at 20,000 in advance, in préparation pour la take-off, pour la vol. I don't know. Forgotten all my French. I'm still trying to speak it. It's gonna zoom out of there, just there. Okay, fantastic. All of this looks okay-ish to me. I don't like the heads-up display, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Let's switch to engine here, so we can prepare for our startup. We're gonna reverse thrust our way out of here today. All right. Fantastic. Great. All sounds good. Let's get this aircraft out of here, shall we? First things first, I'm going to turn on these two fuel tanks, and then I'm going to start our APU. The switches are reversed on this for some reason. But there we go. We're starting up our APU there. That's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to have the auxiliary hydraulic powers set up and running there. Good. Very good. Put all of that down there. That's done. Okay. APU coming to life. Wait for that. APU is on the side. So, I believe that is the APU door. Yep, that is the inlet for the APU, and there is the APU exhaust. Yeah, the APU is on the side. Very nice though. What a beautiful looking aircraft. It's funny looking in a way. It's very stubby looking, but it's a fat boy, but lovely nonetheless, right? Okay, APU is running. Let's put the APU bleed on. Let's get both our packs running here. Fantastic. Then let's go ahead and switch to APU power here. There we go. That is running. Let's make sure that there we go. Everything is running as it should. Brilliant. Let's turn off our external power. We don't really need that anymore, so we're going to turn that off. What else do we need to do here? Oh, we're pretty much ready to go, right? Let's just take a look at the light situation. Just going to max out on all the lights here, because why not? Right, so I'm just going to make the lights up on max there. I'm gonna turn on taxi lights in advance. Probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna do it anyway. There we go. Taxi lights are on. There we go. Good. Good. Let's get the engine started up now, and we can get ourselves out of here. That's pretty much it. Fantastic. Not bad for a new aircraft. So ignition up there. Let's put all our fuel pumps to on. And then we're gonna get started with engine number 1. And engine number 1 is starting up, as you can tell. We'll wait for N2 to reach about 20%. And we're going to get the fuel valve to run. I'll open up the fuel valve once it reaches the correct. Oh, there we go. Already reached there. Let's turn that on. Gonna start the second engine at the same time. There we go. The EGT temperatures are rising there. Did I say rising right now? I meant to say Celsius. So it is rising in Celsius. Is it in Celsius? Let me have a look. Good Lord. Yeah, it is in Celsius. That's good. So EGT temperatures are rising and we've got 508. That is good enough. The second engine up there, we need to click that open. Let's turn that off. Trying to turn them on as quickly as possible here today. There we go. Engine number 3 is coming to life. So is engine number 2. Almost there. Good. Let's flick open the fuel valve for engine number 3. There we go. Let's shut that down. Good. Let's put engine start for engine number 4. There we go, that is happening. 20. Let's put the fuel on for engine number 4. Cut that out. Blackbirds make flights from Mildenhall Air Force Base in UK. Go to Norway. In which airspace they refuel almost just after takeoff when go to the USSR borders and have to go in Baltic countries and go back to UK if I'm right. That sounds about right. Yeah, they used to take off from somewhere in the UK, fly over the Scandinavian countries there. You can turn off that engine ignition. That seems about right. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at that. I'm not sure if I can get my hands on that Blackbird model. I don't think I'll be able to. Okay, so we got fuel and all that stuff. That is good. Let's switch on all the hydraulic stuff. You can see the pressure increasing there. Let's turn on our engine packs. Bleed air, my bad, from all the engines. We can shut down the APU bleed. We can switch off the APU power now. We've got generators running. Yes, we do. There we go. All 4 generators are running. Got that running. Got that running. Everything is looking good. Okay, great. Let's turn off the APU as well. And anything else we need to do? I'm not sure. I'm not sure when I will be able to get my hands on the SR-71, but I remember it was one of my favorite aircrafts to fly in flight gear. It had a pretty bad model too. I'm not sure because I can't spend any money on any more models at the moment, but I'll try. So engine ignition to off right there. Let's set that to normal. There we go. That's done. IFF mode, I'm going to ignore that. Anti-ice, I don't really care about any of that. Good. Let's put our passenger signs so people don't die. Okay, that's good. Everything is normal. Oh, I did that and that is a mistake. It's going to come back to life. Just give me a minute. There we go. Everything is still alive. Every time I do that, that happens and I still don't learn my lesson. Okay, so I need to... There we go. I need to put all of this back on now. Okay, let me just put that back on. There we go. And I have to put all the lights back on because that's what happens if you decide to do that silly thing that I just did. There we go. That's all popped open here. Same thing here. Just gonna do that. Just check all of that out. There we go. Good. All right. We are now ready to taxi ourselves out of here. And to do that, I'm not going to call any pushback. I'm just going to use our reverse and get ourselves out of here, okay? We could do a flight control check here. Yeah, we're all right. We've got controls working. We know that. We don't really need to do anything. There we go. Brilliant. Okay. Great. I'll put this back on engine. I'm going to use this for... it's gonna be. It's a pity that I can't donate, so I can help if you have any chances. Yeah, unfortunately the channel is still way too small. I haven't been we need to get those watch hours before I can open up any super chats or any of that stuff. I don't make a dime from any of this obviously yet, because we're really tiny. So unfortunately, that is the sad part, Mr. EM. Anyway, hopefully we'll get there soon enough. Get salary on 25th December. Yeah, it's Christmas, man. What you doing for Christmas, EM? What are you doing for Christmas? Okay, without further delay, let us get ourselves out of here. Shall we do that? I believe we should, yeah? I believe we should get ourselves out of here. So, yeah, let's do that. Release parking brake. Reverse thrust. Maybe I will via this YouTube rules. Yeah, if we manage to monetize enough, then you'll be able to donate to the channel. I so far have spent a ridiculous amount of money on the flying and the PC and stuff, but yeah. Okay, I need to switch the lights back on, so give me a second before we taxi. Let me switch the lights back on here. All the lights turn off if I switch the bus for some reason. So let me just make sure that all the lights are on once again. Okay, there we go. I just want this thing lit up like a Christmas tree, you know? There we go. I think that should do it. Oh, we've got some lights going, but taxi light is not working. So I don't know what's wrong with the taxi light. Not too fast with pushback? Ah, we're alright. Yeah, taxi light isn't working, unfortunately. And I can't tell why that is. Yeah. Taxi lights and stuff are not working for the moment. So I can't really tell why that is. Perhaps if I do this, does that do anything? Nope. Oh, no lights over there for some reason. Nope. For some reason, none of this seems to be doing anything. Unfortunately, doesn't seem to be doing anything. I was planning on doing this flight during the night. I mean, we can taxi though. It's fine. We've still got enough lights to taxi, but for some reason the lights aren't working anymore. So that's something I have seemed to have done here. So there's a storm light. Oh, that is cool. That is cool. Let's do storm lights are here. Yeah. That looks cool. That looks very, very cool, but that's going to take my eye out. That really is going to take my eye out, but that's really cool though. We could probably land into the bay like this. That would be fun. But nonetheless, where is the storm light thing? I'm going to leave it on storm setting there. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately the lights are El Frizzo. So sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that, but hey, what are you gonna do? Okay. Let's just get the hell out of here. Let's just get the hell out of here. Gonna try one more time to see if any of the lights respond. Let's do that one more time. Come on, one last time. If they do respond, then that's great. I highly doubt it. Okay, not working. Okay, cool. Let's put our flaps down for takeoff. Let's get our trim set for takeoff as well. There we go. That's good enough for takeoff. Now I'll put a bit up there. There we go. That is it. Need a bit of floodlight on this. Yeah, there we go. Looks great. Time for us to get ourselves out of here. Okay, release parking brake. There we go. And we are on our way. Time to get on out of here. I really wonder why it's not working though. These lights were working. The one time I did try this before, the lights were working. Unfortunately, they're not anymore, which is terrible. It is quite terrible. Beautiful aircraft. Very beautiful aircraft. Very cool looking. Get rid of those for a second. Look at this thing. Absolutely marvelous. I don't know why we can't get lights. That is kind of bothering me because I was hoping to take a good look outside the aircraft while we fly, and unfortunately we won't be able to do that with no lights. Okay, still very cool though. Very, very cool. Second only to the A400 in terms of coolest cockpits, in my opinion. That is. Alright, now we just go ahead and taxi to the end of the runway, 26 right. We can get ourselves out of here. I mean, it is common for these aircrafts to fly without any lights, to fly completely dark. So it's not too big of a deal. We're not exactly trying to follow commercial rules here, but nonetheless, I'd have liked to see some lights on here. Oh, we'll see what we can do. Just gonna leave all the lights on completely. Let me have a look. Well. Ooh, it is pitch dark. It is pitch dark. This thing looks sick. It looks absolutely crazy. Although I really wish we had some lights out here. What do I do? What can we do about lights? Must be something we can do, eh? Okay, we're coming up on the end of the runway pretty much. We most certainly do not need the whole runway, so I'm just gonna... Ah, well, it's fine. We're here now, so might as well. Almost time for takeoff. Not gonna bother with TCAS and all of that. I think TCAS is somewhere here, isn't it? But I'm not even gonna bother with that. Okay, right before I cross the runway, I'm gonna give it one more try. To try and locate. There's the stop bar right there. Yep, there's the stop bar. Okay. What is going on, sir? What is going on that you won't let us turn on?
Wax fail. Wax fail.
Nope. Does not do anything here. There are apparently... There's literally no way here to turn on the lights, apparently. Tried everything. I have tried everything. Nothing. Nope. Okay. All right. If that's not going to work, then that's not going to work. There's nothing we can do about it. Let's go ahead, release the parking brake, and get ourselves out of here. Okay, coming up on the runway. Let's just pretend like we are on some sort of military mission or something. Well, we've got our position lights on, but still. Okay. There we go, turning in. Hopefully it won't give us any warnings when we try and take off. Let's find out, shall we? There we go, lined up with the runway pretty much. 50%, 90%, cleared for takeoff. I'm gonna rotate it. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're way too low on speed right now, but we are up and out of here. go. That's good. Let me just turn on the autopilot really quickly there. Let's get the... Let's put LNAV on there. There we go. Let's put that up there. Let's cut the range on that. Sorry, increase the range on that. There we go. Let's put our flaps up. And out of Oman we go. Just like that, we're out of Oman. Beautiful. Besides the light not working, we seem to be doing just fine. Let's go up to 220 knots. We are above the limit here, but anyway, we're gonna ignore that. Let me just put the speed down to 200 something. Let's put all the flaps up. There we go. Can turn off the lights, although they're not working. Looking good. Oh goodness, we really need the lights, don't we? This thing looks pitch black. It does look cool though, but we can't see a damn thing. All we're seeing is the silhouette. And that is not cool, is it? That's kind of cool, but what is wrong with the lights? What can I do to make the floodlights? Okay, how about this? I'm gonna turn off all the lights. Turn them back on one by one. And let's see if that does anything. Nope, doesn't do a thing. Okay. Can we turn off the position lights? Is that gonna work? Nope. None of the lights are responding to what I'm asking them to do. It's crazy. How about turning all of this off? Nope, that's not gonna do it either. Nav lights off. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. I think it's something to do with some mode that I have not turned on or turned off. Something I'm doing isn't working. Anyway, we're following our LNAV path well. The VNAV is not working. We know that. So I don't think the VNAV thing is working, but apart from that, we seem to be doing okay. Yeah. The floor lights are on. Oh. Okay, we need a bit of that. Yep, there we go. So we have an idea what is going on. All right. What is with this? What is with this? Yeah, there we go. That is unnecessary. Let's leave it like this. Alright. Brilliant. Are there lights in the bay? We'll check out the bay area in just a second. We are continuing on our climb here. Up to 20,000 feet we have crossed. Let's go ahead and increase our speed here to 250. Let's put 250 as our speed, and let's let's put it like this. There we go. Okay. Good, good. Let's go check out the hangar area. Oh, good lord, where is the light? Okay. Where is the light? Okay, panel lights, table lights. Come on. Oh, look at the red light. Very scary. Oh. Come on, Mr. LCD. Not gonna work. Okay. Nope, not gonna work. Okay. Oh, God. Power on. Brightness up. Come on. No, it's not gonna work. Okay. Can we open a door mid-flight? It might actually shut something down, so I'm not gonna do that. But it is pretty cool, this thing, isn't it? Look at that. We've got the bay area in here. That is pretty cool if you ask me. It's pretty cool if you ask me. Damn. Table. What does it mean by table? Oh. Oh, okay, I get it. So if I turn off the... Huh? This is the floodlight. Oh, floodlight for the table. Turn that on. There we go. Floodlight for the table. If we turn the floodlight for the panel on, there we go. That makes sense. It makes sense. We can put that on just like this. We can make it fluorescent. Just brilliant stuff, this, isn't it? Make it red here. That just looks like doom. That just looks like doom, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we are performing well. Climbing along 250. About to reach 20,000 feet. Let's go ahead and slightly start increasing that speed, shall we? To about 300 knots. Let's go to 300 knots. A bit above the limit, but who cares? Okay, there we go. We're reaching our altitude. There we go. Is that working? Yes, it is. There we go. We're good. We're good. We seem to be doing well. On our way we go at a blistering speed of 0.82 Mach. Let's put that at 0.8 Mach. And there we go. Good. Oh, pitch dark this way. There we go. We're flying along the coastline of probably Oman at the moment. Soon to cross into UAE airspace at this rate here. But yeah, looking good. Let's check out some cinematic views here, if we can actually see anything out the window, which I doubt we will be able to this late into the trip. Alrighty, let's check out the loading bay here. Look at this, good lord, that is crazy. That is crazy. Alrighty. Let's check this out. Silhouette of the C17 as we fly along. Won't be long, ladies and gentlemen, before we make our landing into Dubai. Which isn't going to take that long. Got the nacelle lights on here for the fuel. Fuel nacelle lights open and on there. It's a very cool aircraft. Very, very cool aircraft. I should not have done that with the... Ooh! We are overspeeding. Oh, hold on. That isn't right. Oh, sorry, my bad. My bad, ladies and gentlemen. Still new to the aircraft. Didn't think that would happen. Let me go ahead and select 318 as our speed there so we can get there quickly. Yeah. Why did this happen? Should I try this again? Deet. And there you go. Full lights off there. This is what happens if I try to do this. This is what happened the last time as well. So let me try to fix this. Good lord. Let's put that down. Let's put that down. Emergency power on, please. Okay, now let's try that again. Landing lights on. Nope, it's not going to do anything. It's literally not going to do anything. Oh, good lord. Now I've killed all the lights. I have killed all the lights. I need to remember not to touch that switch. That's what I need to do. Yeah, that's what I've literally done. Oh, goodness me. Nope. Okay, might be the stupidest thing I've done so far, but there we go. All the lights are out of commission now. Come on. Ah, these lights are back on. That's good. That's great. These lights are back on. Come on, switch off. Oh, good lord. Okay. Let's just do this and put these lights back on somehow. There we go. Put that back on. We're going to put that back on. Just a single touch there. Dome light. Was it the dome light that was on, or was it this one that was on? Okay, we're going to click that open there. Let's turn on these lights here, along with that and along with that, and then we'll turn that off. How does that look like? Does that work for us? I think it does. Yep, that works. There we go. That's good. We are cruising along very, very quickly. Brilliant. Okay. Hiccups of learning a new aircraft. So I need to figure out what exactly goes on with the light, and I need to stop messing with this one switch here. This one. Flow line power. I need to stop messing with it. That's what I need to do. Automatic. Everything else is good, right? Power, that, fuel. Yeah, everything else is good. Okay. Where is this dome? D. Okay. Top of descent is coming up. TCAS is on standby. Let me see how TCAS works. Com. TAC. IFF mode. I have no idea what any of this is, if I'm being honest. Nav mode 113. No, that is not the correct nav I'm looking for. That is very, very wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Inop? How dare you? Oh, that is TCAS. That is TCAS. Now, how do I change it from standby to TA? There we go. There is your TCAS. TARA, ladies and gentlemen. Let's put that on TARA. Now, how the heck do I... Frequency. Oh. Alright. I don't know how the hell this thing works, if I'm being honest. Je ne comprends pas. Je ne comprends pas. I don't know how this works. I don't know how it works. Nav mode. Now, how do I input the correct thing in here? I have no idea. How do I do that? I'm supposed to go to 111.30. And how do I switch them? How do I switch them? Can I switch them? May I please switch them? Hello? May I please switch them? No? You're not going to let me switch it? How the hell do I switch it? I don't know how to switch it. I don't know how to switch it. Yeah, I really don't know how to switch it. This thing isn't very helpful, is it? Yeah, it's not very helpful. Identity, course. Oh, this is where you set the course. That's great. Where the heck is this? Okay, we're coming up on top of descent already, so I'm gonna have to be a little smart here if I need to figure out how this works. Course is 299 magnetic. I can just go the other way, can't I? 299 magnetic. Oh god. There we go. 299 magnetic. 111.30. How would I tune that in here? This is a standby frequency. How do I? Yeah, okay. No. Come on. Ah, there we go. There is the transfer button. Ah, there we go. 111.30, 299. That is all we need for our nav1 button. Okay, so if we go to nav1, we'll have VOR, DME, VOR, ILS systems here. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out at least. I've never flown this goddamn thing in my life. Top of design is coming up. Is VNav operational? I'm not sure. I have no idea. I have no idea. We'll find out. I'm gonna put in 3,000 here as our final descent altitude. We'll see what happens. Okay. So we're gonna put in 3,000. What a finicky thing. And then let's see what happens. VNav, ladies and gentlemen, is what I want. Okay. Wait. Oh, I thought the lights were working again. I thought, methinks the lights started working again. They didn't. Me thought wrong. Yes. Okay. It's terrible shame. Terrible shame that the lights don't work. Come on, good lord. Why wouldn't it work? It's because of the DC tie, I'm pretty sure. Something isn't right. Can't tell what. Can't tell what. Okay. Has it begun descending? No, it hasn't. So what is going on? It's not able to follow the VNav, so if I select that and go VNav, can you do that? Nope. Okay, let's just descend manually. We'll go down at 2,500. Go down at 2,500 feet. Let's go down at 2,800 feet. We're going pretty quickly anyway. Let's find out how this goes. Alright. Get Skydolly up and running. You know what it is? I need to take a piss. I need to take a piss. But we're so close to landing, I don't know if it's a good idea. We'll find out. We'll find out, won't we? Won't we, ladies and gentlemen? Won't we? Where? Okay, we're catching up with our VNav profile here, which is great. Approach path, we're going to put it at 3, which is correctly what it's supposed to be at, I believe. So we're going to leave it there. For now, we're going to leave this exactly the way it is. There we go. We're catching up. Let's put that slowly down to 2,500. Ooh, maybe a little too steep still, yeah? How about 2,000? Let's try 2,000. Come on. There you go, much better. Much better. We seem to be doing well. Let's take a look at our heads-up display, which I really don't need at the moment, so I'm just gonna... Where is it? Where's the damn handle for this thing? There it is. 2000. Let's put 2100. Let's reduce the range on that. Brilliant. Everything is going according to plan. Yes, it is. Oh my. Alright. We are coming there's Dubai in the distance somewhere there, I presume, is where we're going to be landing. We are still looking very stealthy here, not by design, completely by accident, ladies and gentlemen. We are nonetheless. Ooh, we've dipped beneath our profile. Let's go back up at about 1000. Let's do that. Just so we catch up there. Still going really quickly. Still going very, very quickly. I need to be at 250 to make those tight turns. I think I need to be at 220 or 230 to make those tight turns. Yeah, about 230. We still have some time to do that, so just gonna leave it like this for now. Flatten out that descent. We are looking good. Hopefully the ILS does work. We're going to be landing today using the Xbox controller rather than the Thrustmaster joystick. Just an extra challenge to make it a bit more difficult. Of course, why one would do that, I have no idea. Nighttime landing into Dubai with a C17A. Let's see how that goes. I think I've got some sort of thing activated that kind of cuts out that kind of cuts out all the other lights, like the position lights and stuff. I think I've got something activated here that's cutting it out. Unfortunately, I don't know what. I do not know what it is, but something is cutting out the lights. That's all I can tell. That is on. What is this? Backup audio. That has nothing to do with this. That's nothing to do with this either. All of this has nothing to do with this. All of this has nothing to do with this. These are auxiliary systems and hydraulics. We don't need to worry about that. APU is here. Nothing to worry about that. Fuel tanks. There's nothing to worry about that. ELT. Right. I don't know what these are. Flaps. I don't know what the hell these stuff even do. All I know is I pressed this and everything went haywire. That shouldn't have happened. Oxygen mask drop. Does it actually work? I'm not sure. It doesn't. Might work in the galley. I mean, in the ramp area. Not sure. I would want to try that at this point. Anyway, it's okay. We have once again caught up with our descent profile. That is Sharjah ahead of us. We're looking at right now. We're about to land somewhere here, which is where Dubai is at the moment. Very nice. We need to slow our aircraft down to about 220 to make this swooping turn. So let's do that right away. First to 250. Let's go down to 250. Okay. Let's reduce the range on that. Brilliant. Yeah, we're not going to be able to make this turn at 250. So we need to cut it down to 220. 220. Let's do that. The C17 does slow down very, very quickly. It also speeds up really well. So there we go. We've got our first look at the airport we're going to be landing at. OMDB Dubai International DXB is right ahead of us. So we're going to be landing there in no time, ladies and gentlemen. Just before I go into cinematic, we are still on top of our descent profile here. I'm not too worried at the moment. There we go. Looking good, ladies and gentlemen. Looking good. Let's see how this goes. We're landing today at 30 left into Dubai. Right, so we're going to be landing into 30 left, which is, it's not too bad, is it? No, it's not. Okay, great. So let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes. Okay, we are looking good. Brilliant. I need to remind myself to turn on Ska Dolly. You know, Ska Dolly. But, yeah. We're at 220. Let's see how we make this turn. Right ahead of the Sharjah airport here. There we go. Look at us making that swooping turn. Dubai is... Where's downtown Dubai? Downtown is somewhere here. Some of the buildings haven't spawned in yet. That's terrible, but it's somewhere here. Okay. There we go. Perfect speed at 220. To make that turn, although we are below our glide slope once again, our vertical path once again. So let's increase that. Let's go down a little quicker here. We just need to be at 3,000 somewhere around here, I believe. Yeah, somewhere around here. Sedpo, we need to be at 3,000 feet so we can capture the ILS. And that's pretty much it. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Okay, we're descending quickly. Yeah, we're already at 3,000 feet. We don't really need to worry about this. We don't need to worry about this at all. We're gonna make it just fine. Gonna coast the rest of this at 3,000 feet. Perfect. There we go. Flying over the desert at the moment. There we go. Just gonna maintain this altitude till we turn back in. Find ourselves with the ILS. Still at 220. We could speed this up quickly to about 250 just so we make it a little quicker, and then when we come to the turn we can slow it back down, you know, just to make us go a little bit quicker through this turn right here. We also have very, very, very powerful spoilers at our disposal. We do. Yes, we do. Although the lights are not working, or I don't know how to make them work, I'm gonna leave them on here. Okay, let's slow this down to 220 knots to make that turn. Let's do that right about here. Okay, go ahead. There we go. We bleed speed really quickly in the C17. Final turn before lining up with the runway. So let's see how this goes. Okay, I'm gonna go in here. There we go. Perfect. Good. Gonna maintain 220 for the time being. In fact, we could actually max it up to 250 for now. We can come in a lot quicker because it is a C17 after all. So let's go in 250. Runway ahead. We can switch from MSN to that right there. Localizer 1. Course 303 apparently. Not so sure about that, but okay. IDBW is correct, yes. Yep, that is correct. Okay. Gonna wait. We're going to wait. Just continue at 250 for the time being. Approaching really quickly. Around set pole is when we will give the command to go down to about 110 knots immediately. Gonna drop the flaps, drop the gear. We're gonna be ready for a quick, harsh, brash, military style landing with a C17, ladies and gentlemen. It's a bit of an interesting effect there. The runway appears further. I need to adjust the zoom for that view. Yeah. That's still cool though. Alright, set po coming up. Set po coming up. Okay, time to slow down all the way till 100. You know what, I'm gonna leave it at 200 for now. 210. Coming up. 50 nautical miles to the runway. Let's go down to 200. Let's go down to 200. Still holding 3,000. There is our glide slope up there. Still pitch dark, unfortunately. I have no idea how to work this. I apologize about that, but unfortunately, nothing much I can do about it now. Still 200. Waiting for us to catch the glide slope. Let's see if that actually ends up happening. If not, let me see if I can arm it using the approach button. Let's find out. Okay, localizer. Come on, sir. Come on. Still on altitude hold. Come on. Okay, there we go. I pressed approach right at that moment. And there we go. Let's go down quickly to 110. Let's drop the gear. There we go. Gear is out. Let's get sky dolly running. Dubai in view there. 110, please. And let's put our flaps down to full. And there we go. Good. We don't even need spoilers. We'll be at the right speed by the time we reach a foot of the runway. Okay. There we go. Coming into land. Looks cool. Two whites, two reds on the Pappy light. I'm going to take control at around 500 feet or so. It's going to be my aircraft from there on out. 1600, 1400 radio altimeter. All right. 1300. 1,000. Okay, I'm just gonna take control now because the aircraft is having a tough time.
Autopilot.
Okay, my aircraft.
600.
Auto throttle off.
Auto throttle. Auto throttle. Auto throttle. 500. 450. 400. 400. 400. 350. 300. 250. 200.
Okay,
150. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
welcome to Dubai. Okay, we've got spoilers working as well, so we're good. Alright. Let's now turn off right here. C17, nice and quiet, quick, into Dubai. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's put our flaps back up. Let's turn our aircraft in. Let's think of a place to put it. I'll park it dead ahead. Park it somewhere dead ahead here. We'll take a look at the landing replay once we park our aircraft in. There you go. I can't really see anything, obviously. We don't have a marshal. There we go. Roll this giant beast in without hitting any of these equipment, of course. leave it here for now. There we go. Well, we've got some equipment inside the aircraft, but ignoring that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dubai from Oman, and that was a rather enjoyable flight, although I don't fully understand how this aircraft works, but I have to say I really like it. Okay, I really enjoy this aircraft. I don't understand how this thing works yet, but it's so much fun. It's like a hybrid between a fighter and an airline. So hybrid between an airliner and a fighter is like dream come true for a simulator enthusiast, I believe. This thing is very enjoyable. Very fun to fly. And I really like it. So that was really fun. Let's go ahead and take a look at the landing replay, see how we made it in. You won't be able to see much because it is at night, but let's go ahead and take a look at that before we shut down the aircraft and call it a day. So let's go ahead and take a look at the landing replay. Okay, I'm going to rewind this. Wind it. Okay, I'm going to give it a second here for everything to come into the right place. And then let's go ahead and take a look at that landing replay, shall we? Yeah, we can't really see anything, can we? But I can say that was a successful landing. We're going to take a look at it in a few more angles. Hopefully we're able to catch a break and being able to see how exactly we landed. I don't have much hope. Let's try this way. Let's see how this landing replay shows it to us. Yeah, that was pretty gentle though. That was pretty gentle of a landing. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Although the landing replay isn't very good with the FS realistic effects. I need to work on that. But yeah, it was pretty smooth. Pretty smooth, very nice. Okay, let me try that one more time. A little further away. Pitch dark C17 landing into Dubai. Yep, that was smooth. Not too shabby. Okay, I don't think there's a point of us checking out a lot more views here. Perhaps we could try this view. Maybe we'll be able to see something out of this view. Ooh, a little bit of a stutter there. Yep.
250,
Resource. Oh, no, that's not a good sign.
100, 150, 100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Yeah, that was smooth. That really was smooth as butter. Let's try that again, shall we? Let's try that one more time. From right here. Landing into Dubai. All right, there we go. Let's try landing into Dubai with a C17. Almost pitch dark. Let's see how it goes.
200. 150. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
That was a really good one. Go ahead and take one more look at it.
300. 250. 200. 150. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
All right, everybody. Alrighty, let's now go ahead and go back to the parking. So let's pull that back down to where we left the aircraft. Oh, we gotta be careful here. Okay, brilliant. Now let's go ahead and shut down this bird for today. Seems like my GPU is having a hard time processing all of this. Yeah, look at that. We've got a bit of a stutter there, which is interesting. Yeah, a bit of a stutter there. But nonetheless. Okay, yeah. Definitely a bit of a stutter. I do have Inibuilds Dubai installed, so perhaps that's it. I'm not sure. But we definitely have a bit of a drop in the frame rates over there. But nonetheless. Okay, let's go ahead and shut down this aircraft. Shall we do that? So to do that, first of all we need to do is external power is available. Let's switch that on. We can now go ahead and shut down our engines, fuel cutoff for all four. Packs off, lights off, come on, okay, lights off here as well. I don't know which way it's turning. Okay, I believe it's off. Nav lights can remain on. All these can remain on. These can go off. There we go. Can switch off the generators there. do have something here that needs to go down. Turn off the IRU systems. Before we cut off the power completely, that is, the hydraulic power, we could open up the ramp and stuff. So to do that, let's come here. Oh God. Let's turn that on. Let's open up the ramp down. Cargo door down. Ramp slide. And then let's open up all the doors here. Okay. So we got everything open just like that. Look at that. Let's go up here. Let's turn off all the fuel pumps. Let's switch that out to off. Let's get our probe heats off. There's a couple of stuff here that needs to go off. There we go. Packs can go off. There we go. That can go to off. That is already off. Great. What else can we do? Leave this here for now. We can turn that off. Put that off. We can put all that off. Put all of that off. Put that off. Put that off. Put that off. We can put this off. There we go. Put that off. That off. That off. Okay. Is there anything else we need to turn off? Oh God, what is this now? There we go. There we go. That's off. There we go. That's all off. Brilliant. Ooh, frame rate's there. Okay, what else can we turn off? We've got that on. We can turn that off completely if we wanted to. Turn that off. We can turn that off. We can turn that off. We can turn this off. We don't need to mess with the bus ties. We can turn these off too if we wanted to. Why not? Trim air off. Huh? What is it on? There we go. Alright, I think we are okay to leave this in an off position here, and the battery is off as well. There we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed today's little live stream there. That was pretty fun. And I have to say, I really like this aircraft. I really like this aircraft. I don't fully know what I'm doing yet. I haven't taken the time to learn this completely well, but this is such fun. Such good fun to fly this thing. It is really good. Got the ramp open. It's a very fun aircraft to fly, and I highly recommend everybody to try this out. It comes by default in 2024, obviously, and it is an absolutely fantastic addition to your fleet. Let me leave this for you guys with a bit of a cinematic feel here. Alright, I'm gonna leave this like that, with Dubai and OMDB and our aircraft in question right there. So once again, I hope you guys enjoyed today's live stream. If you did, please leave a like, consider subscribing to the channel. Once again, EM, thank you very much for tuning in as usual. Despite my 1 month gap there, I appreciate it very much. All right, thank you very much. So anybody else who's watching, thank you so much for your viewership. Do like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll keep it going for as long as I can. Thank you very much once again, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, beautiful shot there to leave it for today. That is Dubai, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope you all have a good day. See you soon.